Dave, with the way that things started offensively against Lamette, did you have any confidence that the result of this game was going to end up where it did?
Yeah, I did. And the thing is, credit to Lamette. He, no-hit baseball through 5 and really had his way with us. Weren't really getting good swings off, and the punch. And our guy, equaled him, but made a couple mistakes and hit a couple homers. But it was good to see us really get to him. And then that Seager at bat was huge. I think we had 6 free bases tonight, and just didn't really, string a bunch of hits together, but we had some traffic and we got the hits when we needed to. And a little late insurance from AJ was also big.
How valuable was and clutch that Seager at bat in terms of working the count and making the pitcher work, but also the base running on Belly's part, taking advantage of the defensive blunder?
Yeah, no, I mean, and I think all the way around, Corey, when there's an open base, you don't know if they're going to pitch to you or not. He's towards the end, but hit a good pitcher's pitch and wrote it out. And, Cody going on the pitch on contact and to go hard to give Dino a chance. And it was a great aggressive send by Dino. And Cody's off foot speed was a big run for us.
Dustin May makes his 3rd start of the season after not even thinking he was going to make a start this early on in the year. Career high in strikeouts for him. What did you notice in his third outing?
It was really good. Everything was working, and I really loved tonight the way he changed eye levels. I think a lot of times he works at the bottom of the zone, which is good, but I thought that the cutter to the lefty, even there was a punch to Pham, maybe it was a lane change. It was kind of at the belt, right below the belt, and I liked the high-low a little bit. So I thought he was really good, held his stuff. And even after that 5th inning, there was a long 30-minute, top half of that inning. For him to come out, get behind the count to that first hitter, but come back and get him, that was big. So for him to get through 6 innings and punch the guys he did, very, very positive.
How disgusting was that 99-mile-an-hour 2-seamer to Machado?
That was I couldn't imagine a better pitch as far as, on the filth meter. It was, started middle in, and I think it ended up 6-8 inches in, and that just speaks to the depth and then the run. And, now you're talking about 99 miles an hour, so it made a really, really good hitter look pretty bad.
Yeah, Dustin just said, grip it and rip it. Thank you, Dave.
All right.
Next question is from Mark Castillo. Go ahead.
Hey, Dave, is this the best Corey Seager's looked to you over like a long stretch? And do you what he's doing, do you attribute that to anything else besides just staying healthy?
I think a couple things. I think health is certainly number one. I think experience is another factor. I've seen him hot before, but I think that this sample and how he's going about it is different. And I say that because it's not just the ambush first pitch, it's running counts, hitting all pitches, all quadrants. He always has a really good 2-strike approach and just sees the ball well out of hand. But I just think his at-bats for me have just been considerably better overall.
And you mentioned AJ. How impressive is it that, all the stuff going on, this guy's life over the last, couple months, and he's producing the way he's producing for you guys so far?
It's just, that's part of, an organization. You commit to a player and give him a deal for 4 years, and you got to bet on, the skill set and also the makeup. And so AJ's obviously had a lot of things happen in his life over the last 6 months off the field. But he's just had a way to still stay consistent with his work and preparation. And it's good to see things like that happen. And he was down today, didn't start, came in a big spot, had a big hit for us, obviously, with the base hit to right field, 2 outs, and then off Stammen, and then hit the homer late. And he's just been fantastic. Huge, huge, huge for us.
Thank you.
Yep.
Next question is from Ken Gurnick. Go ahead, Ken.
Dave, Rios and Beatty both got hit and came out of games. Are they okay?
Beatty came out after he was hit after that last at bat, and I just wanted to clear that spot. to then get Mookie out there to play some defense and kind of rearrange the defensive configuration. He's fine. Eddie took a breaking ball from Lamet off the big toe. And so x-ray negative, we drained the nail, so it bled out, and he'll be fine tomorrow.
Thank you.
You got it.
Next question's from Eric Steven. Go ahead, Eric.
Dave, excuse me, with Pedro and Kenley tonight, before tonight, most guys, when they were either pitching multiple innings or 20 pitches, you held them out for a couple days. Was that by design early in the season, or did it just work out that way, the way it sort of played out?
More by design. That's more of understanding that it was a quicker ramp up, and so you really want to take care of guys' health. And I think historically, pitchers, when they do get hurt, it's in the first few weeks of a season, and so we just want to do everything we can to guard against injury for them. And so I think that with that, Pedro, we got the off day coming on Thursday, so I could see him down tomorrow and get a couple of days to be ready for Friday.
Thank you.
Next question from Kerry Osborne. Go ahead, Kerry.
Dave, Dustin's just one of those pitchers that you just go, wow, when you watch him. He's got that wow factor. But what's it going to take for him to be that guy that stays in the rotation and is an impact guy every fifth day?
Well, he's making a case right now. We always talked about the depth of the starting staff, and we unfortunately, Woody went down. He'll be back. Dustin is making his claim, and that's a good thing. He's stepping up when given the opportunity. So it's nice to see him get 2 starts with a starter routine, and he'll have an extra day for his next turn. But we got a long way to go. We'll see what happens.
Next question's from Kyle Glazier. Go ahead, Kyle.
Dave, JT was obviously not happy after being drilled there in that 97-mile-an-hour fastball from Lamet. From your vantage point, did you guys interpret that as intentional?
You don't want to assume anything, but I will say this is that there was a little back and forth yesterday with Tatis that I thought was very benign. JT does stand on the dish, but it's a 2-out situation, nobody on base, and Lamet had really good command, and so to kind of lose one like he did, I'm not going to sit here and say it was intentional, but certainly noted.
From that, you guys kind of jumped Bellinger and Seager with the hits afterward. Did you perceive that to fire your guys up at all?
I just think, I don't know if it was a wake-up call, but it certainly could have been. I just don't believe that, in baseball, to get fired up, translates to hits, but I think it honed our focus a little bit more.
Thank you.
Got a question from Michael Duarte. Go ahead, Michael.
Hey, Doc. I asked you last Sunday against San Francisco against this right-handed submarine guy why you didn't go to the left-handed bats off the bench. Tonight against the left-handed submarine guy in Hill, you go with Pollock and he delivers. So just following up with the decisions that you make in there, what made you go with that? And obviously it paid off for you.
I think certainly the score matters. And I just think that score, I think that Rogers is just traditionally throughout the minor leagues and the big leagues, it's a different pitch mix, and it's not really the slider. It's really underneath, and, actually righties hit him better. And this guy, the lefty Hill, righties hit him better. So it's just kind of, you look at your eye, and then you also look at what the guy has historically done, and that was my decision.
Thanks, Doc.